popular East 4th Street here in Cleveland. Our setting today is just at the end of that block. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Well, Kevin Love has dramatically improved his perimeter shooting over his career, but he said, "I've tried not to fall in love with it too much. Where I'm going to make my money is also rebounding. That's a stat I always look at because it can help a team win even when the shot's not falling." Kevin?
Great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. You look at the Cavaliers. They've managed to crawl down to the 9th best record in the conference.
Well, I think for Cleveland, I love what they've been able to do this season. Last year, really just a struggle for them, but they've clearly put that behind them.
Oh, they're a different team this year for sure. They've got that confidence, that drive back. That was missing for so much of last year.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Ferguson in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Cavaliers, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Larry Nance out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Windler in at the small forward position. Now here's Paul. Looking at the schedule, Doris, about halfway through the season, some teams that started out very hot and were winning like crazy have now come back to earth. They've cooled a bit. They've leveled out.
I think inevitably over the course of an 82-game season, NBA players will tell you there are always ups and downs and waves of success and then the tough moments. And the best teams seem to be able to weather all of that. Not get too high when they're playing well, not get too low if they're in the middle of a slump.
Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Gallinari leading the charge.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Left block shot on the way. Nance, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
There's Garland, and the layup's good off the glass.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Paul outside. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Paul's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
The pass to Sexton. Drummond up top. Pass to Windler. 5 on the clock. Gallinari with the steal. He kicks it to Paul. Over Sexton. Here's Gallinari. Adams, the pass to Gallinari. Drummond in the post. Pass to Windler. To the inside. Nance. And Nance slams it in.
What I love about Larry Nance Jr. is he doesn't need the ball to be effective, but when he does get the ball, he shoots with high percentage.
The Thunder have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Takes the 13-footer. Paul can't get that one to fall.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
There's Garland. The slam dunk by Garland.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Well, you love it, Kevin. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
And the Thunder with the possession here, following the score by Cleveland. And Gallinari kicks to Paul. Paul missing again.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Passes it to Gallinari. Paul surveying the floor. Here's Adams. He hits it from 9.
And the future Hall of Famer loves to dish the rock. Paul has a pass-first mentality. He makes everyone around him better.
Now, here's Garland. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
And don't forget the sensational plays he made out there. He saw the court so well, firing perfect passes to teammates for wide-open shots.
Adams against Drummond. 8 feet away. Again, the Cavaliers score.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Oklahoma City trailer. Stolen by Garland. And Garland with a clear path to the basket. And it's good for 2. Garland's got 6 points.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And so here is Oklahoma City. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Here's Garland, following the basket by Chris Paul. Shot clock at 6. Here's Sexton, and out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. Second, the Cavaliers.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
Gallinari outside. They double him with Drummond. Takes it from 10. Nance with the rebound. Cavaliers leading. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man Colin Sexton already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
Ferguson, the pass to Gallinari. Now the pass to Ferguson. Launches it. No good on that one. And Cleveland the other way now. They're getting their first look at the Thunder in this one.
And this game will be half of the contest they'll play against each other this year.
It's an interesting matchup. 2 teams that don't know each other all that well. Separate conferences. We'll see which one can dictate the pace early.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Love's checked in. And then for Oklahoma City, Nerlens Noel comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And Noel kicks to Adams. And here's Schroeder. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. Here's Noel. Good D by Drummond.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Garland dishes to Love. Over Gallinari. Here's Garland. No good on that one. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his first foul. Both teams will make substitutions. Thunder trailing by 4. Now Schroeder. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Noel. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
How about that show of strength from Nerlens Noel? No fear in how he attacks the defense on these shots.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. Love the pass to Thompson. Back to Love. It's stolen by Muscala. Here's Schroeder. Goes back up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Is on Colin Sexton.
Well, an elite perimeter defender, Andre Robertson uses that impressive length to bother players. What a solid role player this guy has become.
The free throw drops for Robertson.
Well, the Thunder begin on the defensive end of the floor. This is a team whose formula is to force a ton of turnovers, come up with steals, get out in transition. Last year, 4th in the league in defensive rating.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And for the Thunder defense, Doris, it starts with their rebound.
Well, you have to begin with their strong interior defense. That lets their wings get out and pressure and take some chances. Defense has turned into a pillar for this team.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Boy, isn't Kevin crafty with the pump fake, knows how to work his way to the free throw line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he has grooved his stroke at the line this season and been able to maintain it with an average of 90%.
Shoot for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And Mr. Reliable, Kevin Love, is a nightly double-double in this league.
That's right, Kevin, and it's because he reads the ball incredibly well. He knows where it's coming off the rim. And then on the offensive end, such a versatile scoring threat, right? He can get his points inside, he can go outside, you name it, Kevin Love's got it.
Both free throws good from Love. A lot of players have taken their game to another level. A lot of improvement they've done individually. Any surprises that have caught your eye, Doris, over the years?
Yeah, I would say probably maybe the greatest single individual leap I've ever seen is by the reigning most improved player, and that's Pascal Siakam. Couldn't get in the rotation consistently in the postseason, and then became such an integral part of an NBA championship team. Kemba Walker, who is an all-star caliber player, all NBA level guy, continues to step stay in the lab and keep improving. So a ton of guys, Domantas Sabonis, another young big who's been incredible. Just great to see guys progress.
Here's Robertson. Schroeder outside. Buries it from three-point range. Schroeder's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, this is why spacing is so important. When you can knock down distance shots, as Dennis Schroeder does there, it changes the equation.
Now, here's Sexton. Against Charlotte, he was really on his game. Schroeder looking over the floor. Here's Robertson. Kicks it to Schroeder. From downtown. No good that time. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Sexton with it.
What I love about Colin Sexton, guys, is he's super aggressive. He knows speed and athleticism are his advantage, and he makes great use of both of those things.
For Cleveland, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Free throw good, Sexton.
Well, Colin Sexton, I think, is a crafty point guard with tremendous upside. He obviously can facilitate and be a distributor. The key is, can he knock down shots consistently?
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Schroeder passes to Muscala. Pass to Baisley. Now here's Noel. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Clock at 4. Here's Schroeder. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And the 8th pick back in 2018, Sexton with all the physical tools, Doris, you look for at the point guard position.
Yes, Kevin, but like most young players, there is still a lot to learn for Colin. Some of his vets were not shy about saying that early on. This young man has got time. He's got to put his head down and go to work.
And you think back to LeBron's last year in Cleveland, one wonders how differently it may have turned out if Kyrie was there with him.
Well, you think back, Greg, Isaiah Thomas was never healthy. He had been a recent All-Star with another team. They were counting on his quickness and his scoring. But through it all, the Cavaliers reached the NBA Finals. Just another testament to the talent and the leadership that LeBron gives you.
First free throw is good.
I think Dante Exum has got to concentrate and becoming a better shooter. He's got a ton of raw talent, and the upside is tremendous, Kevin.
Exum hits them both.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
1:43 left in the first quarter. Noel finds Schroeder. The Cavaliers pull it in. Sexton deciding where to go with it. And that one's good. Love.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammate. Sexton is a quality floor general.
Now, here's Robertson. Noel passes to Schroeder. Shoots the 3. The rebound by Kevin Love.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And that one's good. Schroeder
Well, rhythm, confidence. When Schroeder is pulling the trigger, you know he's feeling it.
46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Passes it to Love. Over Muscala. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And here's Schroeder. He's got 8. And there's the pass to Baisley. To the middle. Here's Noel. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Wow, the physicality of Nerlens Noel paying dividends. This guy not bashful, seeking contact.
For Oklahoma City, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
The first one falls.
And you know, guys, listen, Noel brings value. The reason he's a menace on the defensive end and an absolute warrior on the glass.
Ante Zizic is checked in for Kevin Love. He doesn't get the second one.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Osman, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. On defense, the Thunder. They trail by 6. Pass to Zizic. Thompson right side. Just 5 on the clock. Over Muscala. Thunder with the rebound.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Kevin Love has been leading the charge for Cleveland. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul. And Chris talked about where all that started.
Just been a sort of long relationship, you know, and obviously me, Bron, Melo, D. Wade have all really got really close. And that stems from the time with the Olympics, USA teams, and then just sharing a lot of the same likes and values and having kids and family and different things like that.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what are you guys seeing?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
We've got Zizic. Exum is out there with Colin Sexton. Then it's Thompson, and it's Osman in at the 3 slot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Now, here's Robertson. Here's Schroeder. No good that time, and it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Here's Osman. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Well, not an easy act to follow if you're Cedi Osman, right? You are taking over for LeBron James, one of the greats in the game, but I love his confidence.
Nancy's checked in for the Cavaliers. Garland comes in for Colin Sexton. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Ferguson's checked in.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. And the 31st pick back in 2015, Osman, a do-it-all energy type of player, Doris.
Yeah, he was one of LeBron's favorite teammates when he led the Cavs. They trained together all summer. No better role model for Jetty than perhaps the best player in NBA history.
And stolen by Robertson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Darius Garland picks one up.
And last season, Andre Robertson missing so much time due to injury. Think back in his career, he's been a pivotal piece for the Thunder for so long. His absence was clearly felt.
He misses the free throw. And with Robertson, you're missing his versatility on the defensive end.
It's no secret that he is out there due to his incredible defense. This guy can guard forwards, he can guard guards, and his reach is so important to this defensive scheme.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Gallinari comes in for Nerlens Noel. And Chris Paul's subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And he ends up missing both free throws. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. Gallinari wide open, knocks down the three ball. Gallinari's got 5.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Here's Windler. Pass to Exum. A three ball. Rebound by Muscala. Thunder trailing by 7. Here's Robertson. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, that's the kind of dirty work Andre Robertson loves to do. This guy battles for points on the interior. He's a good cutter, and man, we know he can guard.
Now, here's Garland. 6 points for him. Here's Windler. Clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Zizic. Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the wide open shot from Paul. Cavaliers with the rebound. Zizic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Got it. Nice one there from Exum. Exum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Thunder. 7-point differential. He kicks to Muscala. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Ferguson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Off target from the wing. Here's Exum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Robertson. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
So how about the Cavaliers head coach John Beilein making his NBA debut after 27 seasons as a college basketball coach? Think back to his time at Michigan, the first back-to-back 30-win seasons in school history. This is an excellent hire for Cleveland.
Andre Drummond's checked in for the Cavaliers. Al Paul, 11-point game his last outing. The dish now to Gallinari. And Gallinari throws it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Garland, no good. And Doris, isn't it interesting? Coach John Beilein has never, at any level, been an assistant coach.
No, but he has made his way through the ranks, going from high school to junior college, Division III, Division II, and then right up through the ranks of Division I. So he now makes the final leap to the NBA. How cool is that, Kev?
Thunder trailing by 4. Now here's Paul. 6 points for him. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Gallinari outside. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Garland with it. 6 points for him. There's the pass to Exum. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Cavaliers shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Gallinari. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Kept alive. Cavaliers leading. And taken away by Paul. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And the first few seasons in the NBA, not an easy time for Terrence Ferguson. Young wings have their ups and downs, but the franchise still very much believes in his talent.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Love's checked in. And with Ferguson, the fans can be hard on him. They're expecting more. But, Greg, it's going to take time for him.
You know, Ferguson has already made big strides with his defense. The shot and consistency will come, but the fans will have to be patient with it.
Oh, he loves this. Just blows past defenders, takes it strong to the rack.
And so here's Cleveland. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
I mean, it's a big-time victory when you can just storm back like they did. Didn't have a good first half, but completely outdid themselves, particularly in that third quarter.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
And this is what the really good defensive players do. They anticipate, and they're rarely fooled.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Thunder have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there.
You know, sometimes we bemoan the lack of physicality in the league these days. That is not something that applies to Mr. Steven Adams.
Sexton, he's checked in for the Cavaliers.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. A floater. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the paint. Drummond passes to Sexton. Six to shoot. Offensive rebound. And Love with his second chance points. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Gallinari outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, here's Sexton. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. That one goes. Count it. And now it's a 3-point Cavalier lead.
When someone has it going like Kevin Love, it's your responsibility as a teammate to continue to find him. Nice job by all involved.
Now, here's Paul. 8 points for him. Over Garland. Paul with the bucket. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Now, here's Garland. Tight defense on him. Love outside. Sexton kicks to Love. Another miss by Love. Thunder have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Ferguson for 3. Rebound Love. Love's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Windler. Ferguson with the rebound.
You've got to be more aggressive. That kind of soft effort won't get it done.
Doris Adams, a terrific player on the floor. But you know what? He's a great teammate as well. They always talk about the great chemistry he brings to the Thunder.
And anyone who's had a conversation with Steven Adams knows he is quite a character. This guy is so easygoing. He's fun. I think he brings a great vibe to the locker room.
And he can't hit the second.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
First one falls for him. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Schroeder. 8 points for him. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Noel. Schroeder outside. A three-pointer, no good.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
And they pick up 2.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. trailing by 4. Passes it to Baisley. Back to Schroeder. 6 on the shot clock. Looking to get back on track here. Here's Adams. Yep, that one goes. Adams has got 4 this quarter.
We are talking about a big-time offensive rebounder, and Steven Adams unafraid to impose his will with that frame.
Now, here's Garland. He's got 10. Pulls it from 20. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Thompson. And Adams sends it back.
Well, so good at anticipating when shots are going to go up. Steven Adams, terrific protecting the basket.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the game tied up here for the Thunder. 1:37 left in the first half. And here is Garland. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Love outside. To the wing right side. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Oklahoma City's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Sexton kicks to Osman. Lets it go from 11. Love with the bucket. Love's got 14 points.
Well, let's check the boxes, Kevin Harlan. Can he make the 3? Yes. Can he score on the interior? Yes. Kevin Love, give me a little mid-range, sir.
Now here's Noel. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Back to Schroeder. There's the 3, and the 3 ball is good. He's got 11.
That's his first triple of the second period, 3rd of the game.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Garland, and the rejection by Noel.
This is a staple of his game. Nerlens Noel sends it back.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Now Schroeder. Stolen by Thompson. Danilo Gallinari. He is feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Oklahoma City. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Tristan, what's the plan for the second half tonight?
Well, it's simple. It's going to be a dogfight. You know, they got big guys, true bigs, and we got to come out, play hard, and not let up.
Okay, we'll see if we can get that done. Thanks, Tristan. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle there in the first half, huh? We saw Danilo Gallinari lighting it up in the first half. He had 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 steals. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
I was surprised on how comfortable they seemed here on the road. The hostile crowd, that didn't bother them at all. And I want to see if they can keep that up in the second half.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, the reserves came in and played like starters. Gave them some big points off the bench. It'll be no surprise to see them get more minutes in the second half. They definitely deserve it. Though sometimes when you get more minutes, you get exposed. We shall see.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Kevin Love really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. So the Thunder 5 right now. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Ferguson in at the 3. Now, here's Sexton. Here's Nance. That one misses. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Drummond. Second chance shot. Some solid defense from Gallinari.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
The Thunder with the lead. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the pass to Paul. Gallinari in the corner. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 14 points for Gallinari.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
There's Garland. He feeds it to Drummond. Garland, the pass to Drummond. Shoots over Adams. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
Wow, another empty possession out of the gates. 0 for 4 in this half. Brutal.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
For Oklahoma City, they have shot 50% from the line, 6 of 12 so far. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Garland with it. He's got 10. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. And a quick look at how the Oklahoma City Thunder's schedule is shaping up. On Monday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Tuesday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets.
And for the matchup with the Lakers, it's a chance for them to come out and knock off the top dog in the league. A win there can be a big step forward for this team.
And the first one at the line is good. Both good from the line that time. 90 seconds now into the second half. And here is Paul. He's got 10. Adams taking his time here from deep. Gallinari. He can't get that one to fall. And Cleveland the other way now. Sexton the pass to Garland. Looking for Nance, and he gets it there. Goes back up. And Garland with the lay-in. Garland's got 12 in the game.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Here is Paul. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. The teardrop falls in. 12 points for him.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Now, here's Garland, defended by Paul. Out to the right wing. The open look here for Sexton. And he's good on the 3-ball.
This is a shot Colin Sexton has worked so hard to improve on. Can he be consistent from 3-point range?
Paul finds Adams. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Makes it off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, the defense has been lackluster out of the locker room, and that is why they are finding themselves in a tough spot.
Now, here's Garland. Not a lot of room. Pass to Sexton. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Paul for three. The Thunder keep it going. A new 14-second clock.
Well, outstanding contest on the shot, and then he's positioned perfectly to go after the rebound.
And Sexton slams it in.
Well, just a little bit of momentum, and Sexton going right to the rim.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Exum, he's checked in for Colin Sexton. Muscala, he's checked in for the Thunder. Andre Robertson comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Windler. Here's Drummond. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Zizic has checked in. Now here's Paul. Defense is right there. Passes it to Muscala. Now Robertson. Back to Muscala. Takes a three. Nance with the rebound. Nance has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Now the pass to Exum. Over to the left wing. Garland kicks to Exum. And he's way off from outside.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Sinks the triple. Ferguson's got 5 now. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Now, here's Exum. He's got 8, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question, Greg. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Beautiful stuff from CP3, figuring out every single way to exploit the weakness of the defense.
Garland, the pass to Windler. Exum with it. Clock at 6. To the left wing. Now, here's Garland. Defended by Paul. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. A different look for Oklahoma City. Noel comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul. Schroeder outside. Kicks to Robertson. Back to Schroeder. And Muscala has it in the corner. Here's Gallinari. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Inside. Here's Nance. The offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. No good on the layup.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
The Thunder leading by 4. Now, here's Robertson. And Gallinari kicks to Robertson. Pass to Muscala. Jacks up a 3. Drills the three-pointer. Muscala's got the lead up to 7 now for the Thunder.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Larry Nance. And here's a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips, and all of a sudden, you're locked in.
Here's Zizic. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Schroeder outside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now it's a 9-point Oklahoma City lead.
This is Schroeder at his best, putting that blinding speed to great advantage.
Thompson passes to Windler. Over Muscala. They need this one. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, Thompson, just a spectacular athlete and so muscular. He is so crafty on how he draws fouls while shooting.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Free throw good. Garland. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
Now, here is Gallinari. He's got 16. Schroeder outside. The Cavaliers pull it in. Thompson's got 5 rebounds tonight. There's Garland, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel. That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. It's deflected. Here's Windler. 6 points for him. Pass to Garland. 6 to shoot. Oh, that's blocked. Schroeder with the ball. 13 points in the game. And here's Robertson. Takes a shot at the elbow. Thompson with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Here's Exum. The shot, no good.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Timeout called, Cleveland. Greg, last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a 6th-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
Kevin Love's checked in for Cleveland. Colin Sexton comes in for Dante Exum. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Passes to Windler. Now Love. Gallinari covering. Puts it up from 7. Tries again. Thompson passes to Love. Fades. Again, Love missing. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Schroeder, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
They feed off the energy of Dennis Schroeder, and when he gets these opportunities, he makes the most of them.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The Thunder leading by 9, and Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Mike Muscala, and Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Gallinari.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Here's Love. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Straight D that time from Dennis Schroeder. On the wing, Robertson. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season. Allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton publicly described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach.
Here's Garland. Steven Adams making his last shot. The pass to Windler. Thompson outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Sexton. Bangs home the trifecta. Sexton's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Cavs. And it's the Thunder with the ball. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Darius Garland picks one up.
Boy, what's better than Nerlens Noel playing with force on the interior? What a big reason he's earned this trip to the line.
No luck that time either. Here's Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Here's Adams. The Cavaliers making the shot. Schroeder outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
You can see Schroeder's shoot-first mentality if a defender overcommits. Nicely done.
First trip to the line for him here. The first one falls.
You know, I think one of the important things for Dennis Schroeder is to keep trying to become more and more efficient. Let his offense come naturally and improve as a distributor.
He hits both from the stripe. 29 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Garland. 16 points for him. Feeds to Thompson. Over Adams. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Thompson.
Yeah, there are several ways that Thompson can be a factor on the offensive end, and he is still adding to that arsenal.
Now here's Schroeder. The 3. No good there. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Thunder lead by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
We've got Kevin Love. Andre Drummond is out there with Tristan Thompson. Then there's Colin Sexton. And it's Windler in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Now here's Schroeder. And stolen by Sexton. To the inside. Here's Thompson. Thunder with the rebound. Noel's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Boy, I love how hard Steven Adams works on the boards. Excellent timing for that putback.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. 6-point lead. Ferguson for 3. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game. Now, here's Sexton. Defense right on him. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Nance is checked in. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Chris Paul, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And he knocks down the first one. That misses, so he splits the free throws. The Thunder leading by 8. Baseline J on the way, and that's collected by Love. Love's got 11 rebounds in the game. Nance.
Well, just a tremendous job pursuing the basketball by Larry Nance Jr. and then gets the score to complement the board.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Over to the wing. Ferguson for 3. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 assists now tonight. Pass to Love. Here's the 3. He can't get it to go. And the Thunder going the other way now. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Pass to Ferguson. 3-pointer. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 5 rebounds tonight. Love the pass to Drummond. And the rejection by Noel. Top of the key. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
Oklahoma City leading by 9. To the middle. And Adams kicks to Noel. That one good for 2.
And honestly, you hope for more of this from Nerlens Noel moving forward. This guy must develop his interior game.
pass to Drummond. It's stolen by Adams and stolen by Sexton. And he comes up with the deuce. 16 points for Kevin Love.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Now here's Paul, defended by Sexton. Got a piece of it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
Well, you look at Paul. He's pulled in a lot of votes. Nearly enough, in fact, to break into the top 10 in the Western Conference.
Yeah, and probably wishing he was a little higher on that list, but there's just too many other guys also having fantastic seasons.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase. We'll keep you updated with the results each day during the voting. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You know, Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. You think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin, and the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell, in no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure. But it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
And here are the Cavaliers now, following the shot by Chris Paul. And Adams sends it back.
Well, Larry Nance Jr. using that shot fake so effectively to get the defense off their feet. You know what I love about Larry Nance Jr.? This guy came into the league as a tremendous athlete, but his skill set just keeps improving. The passing, the shooting, I love it.
That free throw good from Nance. Gallinari, he's checked in for Noel. Both free throws good from Nance.
What a story Larry Nance Jr. is, guys, because at 16, this is a young man who was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. Remarkably, it didn't slow him down. This guy has become a great role model for kids everywhere. Control the disease with a very strict diet. That's what he's done.
And a quality defender. Larry Nance doesn't need, Doris, the ball to impact the game.
No doubt, Kevin, because he's willing to rebound the ball out of his area. He's willing to be a high motor guy on the defensive end. His activity is always a big lift to this team.
Here's Windler down low. Here's Drummond. That shot misses. Adams, some nice D to the right side. Ferguson for 3. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Here's Sexton. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
And the Thunder with the possession here. They've led by as many as 11 points. Paul with the ball. Here's the lob to Adams, and he lays in the alley-oop.
I'll tell you, Adams becoming more and more of a target on the offensive end. Superb at sinking shots close to the rim because of his size.
Now, here's Garland. And here's Sexton. Here's Drummond. Some solid defense from Gallinari.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
The shot's good from Paul. The Cavaliers shooting poorly, just 35% so far. There's Garland. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And Adams has got the ball here for the Thunder. It's a 10-point game. Paul, right side. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. And here's Cleveland. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First free throw is good. That one misses. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Here's Ferguson. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 5 assists tonight.
And love how Paul seeks out his teammates. Superb at slicing the D to pieces with his passing.
Now Garland. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Oklahoma City's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Ferguson's shot is good.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Steven Adams.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Their previous 2 games have been losses, so something had to change to get them going again. And he provided that spark, giving them a huge jolt of energy. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I got a chance to hear what John Beilein told his team. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. We don't have to make up the deficit all at once. We'll see if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And the pass to Windler. Now Nance. To the paint. Garland, the pass to Drummond. Sexton dishes to Nance. 5 to shoot. Here's Windler. Off target from outside. The Thunder leading by 13. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him. And Adams kicks to Ferguson. Pass to Paul. Here's Ferguson. Out to Gallinari. There's the triple.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
Here's Garland. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Garland's got 4 points this quarter.
Great chemistry between 2 teammates. Love the passing.
Now here's Paul. Adams outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Nance comes with the double team. 4 on the clock. Paul for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Drummond's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Sexton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Steven Adams picks one up.
Well, you love the fearless nature of Colin Sexton. Forces the issue, gets himself to the free throw line.
And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Gilgeous Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Paul with the ball. Garland picks him up. Back to Adams. Wide open look. Doesn't go that time. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Passes it to Nance. And Nance slams it in.
Well, incredible speed in transition for Larry Nance Jr. Wow.
And here now the Thunder. They lead by 7. Gilgeous Alexander passes to Paul. Another shot over Sexton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The first free throw is good.
And any discussion about CP3 has to start with his hands. The dribble moves, all the steals he gets, he uses his hands better than just about anybody.
Garland, the pass to Sexton. Tips it, and Drummond is right there.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Paul with the ball. The pass to Ferguson. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Drummond's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Sexton. Up and in on the layup. Now just a 5-point Thunder lead.
Well, Sexton might be young, but he is unafraid and unabashed. What a play.
1:58 left in the game. Paul outside. He kicks it to Gallinari. Shot clock at 6. Let's go. The Thunder with another miss. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Sexton. Gallinari with the rebound. Oklahoma City leading by 5. And here is Paul. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Cleveland gets called for the foul. Exum, he's checked in for Cleveland. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, we know this. Free throw shooting is such a mental aspect of the game. This guy keeps his composure and comes through.
And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Porter's checked in for Cleveland. So he gets them both, and it's a 9-point ball game here. 1:09 left to play in the final quarter. Now, here's Sexton. He's covered closely. Windler, the pass to Drummond. Connects on the open J. .55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Ball against Porter, and it's in there.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
Sexton, the pass to Porter. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
Al Paul. 26 seconds left in the fourth. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And he is unable to get the second one.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
Here's Paul. So we see the Thunder get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Danilo, transition, big for your team. I assume that was a big focus tonight.
Yes, we want to run, and that's what we have to do every time. So that's what we did, and we played a great game.
Gallo, thanks very much. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.